Okay, this crankshaft was seen in an earlier video where I checked the runout on it before splitting it to lighten the flywheels and rebalance them and put them back together, which I've now done, and it had a 13 thousandths of an inch overall runout. I think if I remember, we had 8 thousandths of an inch showing on this one, or actually 0.2 of a millimetre, which equates to 8 thousandths of an inch, and we had 5 thousandths of an inch on this one going in the opposite direction, giving a total of 13 thousandths of an inch. I've done my work, I've lightened the crank, rebalanced it and put it all back together, and I've set it up again just to see how we're going now. And this clock here is in thousandths of an inch, 0 to 5, that 5 would be 5 thousandths of an inch. We've got the 0 to the 10 on that one, which is actually 0.1 of a millimetre or 1/4 thou. And overall, we've hardly got anything actually. We've got this clock, it's not really even showing 1/1000th of an inch there. This one is showing what would be 0.05 of a millimetre or 2/1000ths of an inch. And although they're not moving exactly simultaneously, there's never any more than 2/1000ths of an inch discrepancy between them. In fact, and that's at its maximum, yeah, that's on 0, and that's showing the equivalent of about 2/1000ths of an inch. So when we consider that the points I'm taking these dimensions off are sort of halfway along that main shaft, if you like, right where the main bearings will be there and there, and this main bearing will be here. That's going to run pretty smoothly, pretty freely, and the main bearings should have a long and happy life. And if we look where I'm showing the equivalent of 2/1000ths of an inch there, the crank pin is up at the top. Now if I move this over here, you'll see that the slight high spot is still where the big end or the crank pin goes over the top. So there's absolutely no throw or waggle in that main shaft. That's running true from end to end. So that's going to be a nice smooth running crankshaft. I'm very happy with that one. And we've got about 11 thousandths of an inch less runout than it had as it was when it came out of a running engine, so that's not bad at all. And in the grand scheme of things, in the Asbo count, I've only got the crank, I haven't got the engine, but this is number 27 of the Asbo 500 crankshafts, or should I say of the Asbo crankshafts, because some actually are 350s. Whether I'll ever get to do anything with the whole engine or just send this crank back, I don't know, but the lightened crank contributes a heck of a lot towards a fast and lively performance engine. So once you've got one of these in there, whatever you add to it is just a bonus, but you get a lot more acceleration and a much livelier engine when you've got one of these in there, because it's probably about 1.5 kilograms lighter than standard, so there's a lot more power to get through to the back wheel straight away when you open the throttle, rather than being stored and soaked up in big heavy flywheels. Having said that, you still wouldn't want to drop these on your foot because they're still very, very heavy. But there we are, another crank ready to go in an engine and hopefully make a nice performance bullet for someone.